Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in sunny southern Manitoba. It is currently +3. Yeah, you heard that right. We've actually got warm temperatures today. So it's +3 Celsius, which means it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Spring is on its way. So I had a couple of requests or a couple of questions from the live on Friday. Somebody actually messaged me and said, okay, so seriously, how small a scrap do you save? Well, it varies. It depends on what I'm doing. It depends on what I've got planned. And sometimes you just get a scrap like this thin piece of, like, seriously, that is almost like a thread of paper. And I would use this in one of my floral collages because my floral collages are quite small a lot of times. So I would use that. Hey, Anita, welcome, welcome. I would use this thin little strip of red paper as something tall in one of my floral collages. It doesn't mean that I'm actually going to save it, but if I've got it sitting on the desk, by all means, I'm going to use it. The other thing is because Jean and I, when we did those mini collages on Friday, I produced some really wonderful little scraps. And as I was cleaning the desk, I'm going, hey, wouldn't those look cute if I used them as edgings for a zine? So I spent some time this morning cleaning up the scraps. Hey, Sharon, nice to see you. Those scraps from Friday that were on my desk. See, I still have some. And I did edging on my zines, this zine. So obviously, I'm going to have to trim some of it down. I'm not overly concerned, but some of the little bits are sticking out, and I will put some glue in this edge. I know you're not really supposed to glue zines, but just so that um, it stays together nicer, because this is that paper that I got from Dollarama or Dollar Tree, whatever, and it's really thin, so it buckles, and I just need it to be hey, Marguerite, welcome. It has to be just a little bit more solid. See, I've got quite the buckle in there, and I've got a nice buckle in here. So I guess if I would have used dry glue, it might have worked a little bit better, but you always glue yours. Um, the reason I don't is because sometimes if I'm in a zine swap, I like to unfold it. Hey, Anne, welcome. I like to unfold it and scan it so that I have a copy of my original. Or sometimes people just ask if I could scan the original and then they just put it together themselves. So normally I've been really good and I haven't been saving these little scraps. But because I'm doing this 100-day project using collage fodder, I thought those were just so fun. Absolutely so fun. So, yes, they would have gone in the garbage, or maybe not, but chances are they would have gone in the garbage, but I used them. So, really, it really varies on what I'm going to be or what I have in my brain to do. Like if I'm doing a collage, like I say, I would definitely use this tall red piece of paper for the tall stuff in the background. I wouldn't necessarily use it on here, but on this I would. So it's up to you and what you do for the size of scraps you're comfortable collecting. That's all I can say. I'm really bad for not throwing scraps out. I admit it. But come on, that's fun. All right. So another question is how did I fold this? Because it looks bound. The reason it looks bound is because I glued a bunch of the pages together. It's one of those zigzag cut. Yeah, Sharon, I've got boxes of scraps too. A lot of times they're bigger, but sometimes you get something like this edge. If you're doing a print and you get this edge, and I like that. I would use that. That could be like a focal point to me, you know? Like I've used some of that, just a strip. It's upside down. But I use like strips when I'm doing collage work. These are nice and thin. People would throw those out, but it's a nice. You've got them boxed in sizes. Oh, see, I do not. I have them in a bin, and yeah. So anyway, this is we're gonna make one of these little um, zigzaggy books today, because doing the 100-day project, I am really enjoying doing the zines and stuff for it. I would love to do it in sizes. I really would. I am not that. I got these really cool ice cube trays that come with lids. And so these are those little triangle pieces that we cut out of the circles on Friday for doing those buttons or whatever we're using them for. I'm using them as buttons. So, okay. I will move this. I was using that to keep the pages separate when I was doing the zine. So, I have scrapbook paper. I've never scrapbooked in my life. I've usually bought it for the pattern, because working with people with varying abilities, I would cut out mittens or trees or whatever so that they had something to work with. But I don't scrapbook, and to me, it's just a nice solid pieces of paper. What's a great idea? The ice cube tray? I got this at the dollar store just recently. Of course, it's under everything else. It's part of the hold up the stack stuff. Let me just grab this. I have to show you. You will appreciate this one, Sharon. I know you will. Yeah, the ice cube trays are great. Usually I store things in shot glasses because they will fit in a lot of bead boxes and things. And I like them because then you can take it out and dump them, because those bead boxes, you can't scoop out of nice. But I figured since it's a nice cube tray, I'm going to try it. But I put, let's open this up. See, I said it was a surprise. We're going to, yeah, these have lids. The lid is buried over there, but this one has a lid, like these two. So I got a couple of them. But look what I found at the dollar store. These are like little Tic Tac boxes. Little Tic Tac boxes. So what I am storing in them are my little ransom notes. I've got put all my letters in separately. Aren't those cute? I know it'd be great for beads or whatever, but I was thinking, because, yeah, I use like really little things, right? They're like little Tic Tac boxes, and they all fit lovely in the tray that it comes in. And I was thrilled to find this. Actually, my husband does like little electronic things, so I thought it'd be great for him. But I ended up confiscating it because I wanted it for all my letters and things. All right. So I am a little bit organized. Just like this much. If you could see the stacks of stuff beside me, you would go, you aren't organized. But I know where things are. Okay. So we're going to make one of these little books. And again, this is scrapbook paper, so it's a heavier paper, but it's not as heavy as cardstock. Awesome. See, what I want to do, here's another rabbit hole. Oh, I don't have a thing here. Maybe I do. I do. When I was working with people with vulnerable abilities, we did letters like of their name, right? And we cut them all out. We did it in bubble letters, so it was really cool. Oh, that Z is ugly. Anyway, it's not bad that way. Then they would cover the whole letter in all Zs, or if it was Ds, they would cover it in Ds. And then we put them in frames with a mat board so that, we cut the letters so they fit inside the hole in the mat board. And they did them like for Mother's Day or whatever. So they did their mom's letters, or they did their own if their mom wasn't around. So I'm doing an alphabet book, a kid's book. I'm working on it. And I want to have a letter covered in letters for that book. So I don't have any made yet, but that's okay. All right, so we have a sheet of paper. This is a 12 by 12 inch sheet of scrapbook paper. Anina, I'm not sure. I should know the centimeters because I live in Canada, but I don't. Maybe I do. This ruler is a 12-inch ruler, and it looks like it's 35 centimeters. I would say that's 35 centimeters. 30 and a bit. So it's, yeah, right. 30 centimeters and 4 millimeters. These are like the standard size for doing scrapbooking. If you scrapbook, I do not. But I have some of these. So we're going to take one of those. And I have done this also just on a regular sheet of copy paper, which would be kind of like your A4. Your A4 is actually a little bit bigger. I have no idea where my bone folder went, but I have a worry wood. That'll work. We make worry woods, and I have some on my whatever. So I'll just run that along because that works too. And then we are going to fold it in half again. So it's a nice long strip. I could use my scissors, the handle of my scissors. And yeah, it's a little bit off. But I'm not as fussy as other people. If you are really fussy about it, please use a scoreboard if you have one. I don't have a scoreboard. Okay, so we've got 4 sections this way. Right? Anybody folding along with me? Now we're going to fold it the other way. Really, we're going to fold it the other way. Yeah. Are you following along, Anina? Do you have a piece of paper that you're folding along with me? Okay, so now you should have 16 sections, 4 across this way and 4 this way. So that leaves 16 sections. Yes? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it so that we can see where the folds are. We are going to cut this line this fold from the bottom up to this point here. Let me just put a little dot there. Right? So we're going to cut from here to here along this fold. Okay? From whichever way works for you. We're just going to cut along that line. Hey, Jan, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. We're just cutting, people call these different things. I just call it a zigzag zine or whatever. I don't know what the proper name of these are. Anina, are you up to there? Okay, so now we're not going to cut this one yet. We're leaving that one, and we're going to go on the other outside one. And again, we're going to cut it from that point to the bottom. Okay, along that fold. So we got like these two. Hey, Sherry, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you, Sherry. We're doing one of these zine thingies. Anita, are you up to that point? Have you got both of these cut? Okay, now we're going to turn this way. And we are going to cut from that point to the end, down the seam, down the fold. That's the one that we skipped over the last time. Now we're cutting it from the opposite side. Right? So it's like this. Let me know when you're to that stage. All right. So now we're going to take it and we're going to fold this one this way. Okay? This way. And this way. So it's an accordion fold down the side. Do you have it? Okay, now we're going to take this one. We're going to fold it onto that one. This way, this way, this way. Again, it's an accordion fold. And that way. And we're just going to do that the rest of the way. So that when you've got it underneath, you fold it on top. And you just zigzag like that. And there you've got your book. So then what I did, I actually want it this way because I folded it backwards for having my white side out. It's okay. I can work on the printed side. It's nothing major. It's kind of fun. So then what I did was I glued here. This is going to be, no, that's not going to be the top. Wait. This is going to be the top because it opens from the right? It opens this way. So then I would go here and I would glue it along the bottom and along the side. I would glue that to create a pocket on the top. And it kind of holds it in place, right? So then I would do the next one. And I could either do it so it opens on the side or on the top. I like them to alternate. So then I would do from here. I would glue it and across the top so that this side is now open. Right? Now this one, I would like it to open at the top. So I would glue here and here. I kind of goofed on the other one I did. I mixed it up so it actually opens at the bottom because I wasn't paying attention. So I would have this one open on this side. So then I would glue here and here. You could use double-sided tape if you don't want to glue it. And then I've got this pocket here. No. Oh, that must have been rough, Anne. So now it's going to open at the top. So then I would go glue here and the side. See where I am. See where I am. Wait a minute. Okay, that's the top. See, I keep losing the top. This is why I ran into trouble. Okay, so now we're on to this one. It's going to open at the top. So I will be gluing here and there. No, it's not opening at the top. It's opening at the front. This one's going to open at the top. So what I'll show you is I will turn it the other way around and show you where all the lines for the glue are. So now it would be this one opens at the top. This one opens at the front. This one opens at the top. This one opens at the front. This one opens at the top. This one opens at the front. This one opens at the top. Okay? Hey, Dana, welcome, welcome. So I'll unfold it and you can see where all my glue lines are so that you can copy it. So, two are blank. Then I've got glue here. Then I have this one, one blank, and I have this one, two blank, glue, and a blank one. This is done, and these two are blank. Can you see those from where you are? Anina? Maybe I'll actually use a marker just so that you can see it better. Because that thin pen, and because it's going to be glued, I'm not worried about this. And this marker is so dry, I really don't think it's going to go through to the other side. How was the birthday party, Dana? Oh, you took a screenshot? Okay. So then, like I say, when you fold it, these two will be glued together. 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 This one, and then one page. Hey, Shannon, nice to see you. We are making a little, I don't know what these are called. Somebody help me out. I know that that's not exactly a zine. Is it a flip-flop book? Yeah, I called it a zine too, but somebody corrected me. They said that's not a zine. The zines are these ones. So I don't know. I called it a zine. It's just a different kind of zine. But it's like a flip-flop book or something. Yeah, exactly. So that's how I did that one. I have also done this style on a regular piece of copy paper. So we'll just do that quick and you can see the difference in size. How is everybody today? It's a beautiful sunshiny day and it's actually above zero here today. I am happy. Well, I'm in the basement, but I can see sunshine out of that little wee window way over there. Can't find my bone folder, so I'm using my worry wood. Okay, so 4 sections. Now we're going to fold it the other way and do 4 sections. The idea is to 16 sections when you're done. So doing it with a regular piece of copy paper, it's pretty small. Somebody is messaging me. Sorry, I need to check this because I've got my grandson. And okay, I just wanted to know if it was his mom asking what time because I invited them for supper. So again, this is going to be just a little small one. Oh, nice. That's nice, Shannon. Okay, so you've got the 16. So when you do it, once it's glued, it really becomes a nice little book. And it does have the pockets. I had a tag that I was going to, there it is. So if you just use one of the small tags, it just barely sticks out of the pocket once it's glued. Probably if I was more careful with gluing, it wouldn't stick out at all. Oh, your daughter's favorite patient? Oh, dear. Okay, so we've got this. Now we can decide if we want it to go this way. So we've got, little long pages, or if we want it to go this way and tall, narrow pages. Oh, thanks. I'm doing that 100-day project, and I chose to take the challenge of using collage fodder every day. So I just glued a whack load of stuff in, and then I've been doodling in it, making it into a little wee art journal. So I'd put the glasses in and nothing else. And so it's like, now what? Hey, Butterroll, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, I like the square one too. But sometimes you don't have like a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So that's why I'm showing that you can do this style with just a regular sheet of paper. I think I like it this way so that we've got long squares or long rectangles. Rectangles. to work with. So I'm going to cut it from this end. And again, I'm going from this one down to the end and this one down to the end. You never have one, you need to cut it. Yeah, I like I say, I've got very little scrapbook paper. I have scrapbook size cardstock. And of course, if you had a scoreboard, you could easily run your X-Acto down, because I obviously go off the fold a little bit sometimes. Oh, is Carla here? Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet Carla did. So now I flip it around and I go from here to the bottom. And that's what gives us the zigzaggy effect. Then we're just going to cut up to that third one like this. So we've got, it's kind of like a W or an M. So we're going to fold this way, this way, this way. We're just going to zigzag fold it, accordion style. And you can, because it's a softer paper, you can be a little bit more precise of your folds. Because I am going to be using these as little art journals, I don't know that I'm going to be that fussy, because chances are I'm going to have a whack load of stuff sticking out. Resist folding. Reprisals. Reptiles, yeah. No reptiles in your work? Nope. Yeah, I don't know what. So now this is like a cute little elongated book. And again, I will be gluing them together so that, but that's a nice little size to work on. It's a little smaller than an ATC. This is an ATC size. So it's about 3/4 of an ATC. I guess I could measure it. And I put my ruler where? Here. Spelled rat at it again. Autocorrect. So it's 2 inches. Just a smidge over 2 inches by 2 3/4 approximately. So that's a nice size to work on. Especially if I'm just doing like little doodle art journals. And it's kind of fun. All right. So is that clear as mud? Did I explain it enough that you guys could do it? So it gives a whole different effect. You get how many pages? 8 pages or something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. 9 pages, 9 or 10 sides, whatever. Compared to when you fold a zine this way, you've only got the 4. I really have to put some glue in there. That's really irritating me now. You're welcome. You are welcome. So those that weren't here right at the very beginning, Jean and I had done those wonderful mini collages, and somebody private messaged me and asked me, how small a scrap do you actually keep? And so that's how I started this live off today, is kind of explaining that depending on what I'm doing, I'll keep anything. kind of. So yeah, I'm being bad and I'm gluing this because this paper is just so thin. All right, so I really liked the cutoffs from the little mini collages and Jean and I did on Friday. So I used it to do edgings on this zine. I have no idea what the zine is going to be, but I wanted to use these scraps to show that, yep, I keep small ones sometimes. This was more a case if I hadn't cleaned my desk since Friday. And when I came down this morning and I was thinking about them asking me, I thought, you know what, let's just show what you can do with the little scraps if you really, really want to. Yep. So I did this one today for my day 22, I think it is, of the 100-day project. So again, showing I use very little scraps. I have this lovely long piece of red paper. I don't even know what the heck I cut it off of. You going into crochet hideout mode? All right. Yeah, I've got a couple of crochet orders that I really have to sit down and work on. But these long stringy bits I would use as the tall background stuff on one of my florals. This entire zine is going to be florals. I'm going to do one a day because I have to use up my days for, hey, Maritza, nice to see you. So I did put the vases in because I had those already cut. But so that's going to be the next week is this, what I'm doing for my 100-day project. Let's glue these. What have you been working on, Maritza? I haven't. I've been crocheting those eyeballs, but I have to find my fiber fill because now I have to stuff them. Now I have to stuff them. So I marked where I need to put the glue. So I'm just gluing this one together. And then I've got another little art zine that I can play with. I'm really enjoying this batch of 100-day project. I've tried doing it in the past and kind of run out about day 60 something. So it is early days yet. It's only day 22. You've been doodling a lot? Yeah. See, that's I haven't been in my craft room. There was a couple of days I couldn't make it down the stairs because of my arthritis. So I like having like a to-go bin that I can just tell Ron where the to-go bin is and I will doodle as well. I love it. I love having stuff that I can have just grab and go. Even if I'm going out to the greenhouse, which I haven't done at all this year yet. But I like taking stuff out so that I've got something to play with in the greenhouse. All right, let's see. Let's see if this worked. So we've got that one. Oh. Come on. Did I glue them all together? I think I did. Yep. This one. And I'm not going to try and open up the pockets until this is dry. The reason being is I don't want to split them. So what I will do is I will just leave this as a starfish like that, and it can dry. Okay, so I didn't mark this one. That's going to be the top. So we will go here. Top, top. There. I think this is where I got confused the last time I did it, so that I had it open at the bottom. Side. This one's going to be the top. Oh, see, I don't get injections. I'm allergic to it, so I have to just suck it up. Okay, so this one is going to open at the front. So we go here. Oh no, I went off. You know, I bet you it would be much easier if I put my glasses on. Let's try that. It is frustrating. It is. But, you know, the one nice thing about it is I get to read then. then I can read without feeling guilty about not getting anything else done. Okay. So you open at the side. You will open at the top. So because usually if my arthritis is flaring, then it's my hands as well as my knees. Yeah, Jan, exactly. Exactly. Oh, thank you for putting in Carla's page. Oh, I hope I glued that the right way. Well, if we didn't, we didn't. It's going to be what it's going to be, guys. So it's sliding because it's just regular copy paper. It does make sense to do this out of a heavier paper. I am so this is that dollar store glue. I bought it because of the I can refill it like these ones. There's the cap. Heating gloves are nice. I have it in my hands, my wrists, my knees. And it is osteoarthritis. I use those hot shots that you get, Marguerite, the ones that you can put in your mitts. I use those quite often. Jan actually knit me a pair of fingerless gloves, and I'll put those on and have hot shots, and it's lovely, absolutely lovely. Okay, so we've got to separate these. There we go. There we go. You use those in your shoes too? Bone spurs. Oh, those are annoying. Yeah. I make those rice bags, the ones that you can heat in the microwave. You're headed to Amazon now? All right, Butterroll. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I make those rice bags, as I was saying, and they're long enough that I can wrap it around my hand and wrist. So if it's really, really bad, I can wrap my hands in those. It's, yeah, see, the cold bothers me. Humid. Ron's been trying to keep track between my breathing and my arthritis. He's been kind of watching it. I have no idea what affects what. All I know is that some days I hurt, other days I'm fine. Yeah, yeah. I've made them for my family as well, but I find that I really like to be able to. Rain is really bad. Yeah, it really is. Really is. But I love the rice bags. I even made them for my grandsons, like all my grandkids. And of course, the little were quite little when I made them. So I made like pillowcases for, so they would heat the rice bag and put their little pillowcase on. Hey, Beth, nice to see you. Surprise! And I made them applique monsters on them. They were so cute. They really were cute. All right, let's see. This one. I'm making those zines that you fold the paper into 16 sections and then zigzag fold after it's cut. Yeah, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And I was just showing that you could do it out of the regular copy paper as well as the scrapbook paper. And I do glue mine. Oh, Joni, welcome. Meander books. That's what people call them. Meander books. Okay. That's the cover and that's the cover. So those are done. Those are done. Glued. Gluing's not the greatest, but they do hold these little small tags. Really, they do. You can get them in the hole. See, they hold those small tags perfectly. Meander books. Hey, Chris, welcome. Nice to see you. So, yeah, I'm making meander books or zines, whatever you call them. I'm just trying to figure out what sides you're supposed to open. Okay, this one opens. How do you open? Do I have you upside down book? I do have the book upside down. There we go. This one goes from here. This one goes from this side. Maybe that can use a touch of glue right at the corner. Accordion books out of book pages. Awesome. I like accordion books too. But because I'm doing that 100-day project and I am doing 100 days of using collage fodder, I thought that having a bunch of zines, etc., made, ready to go, would be exactly what I needed. Uh-oh. This one's good and glued. I wouldn't have glued the wrong side, would I? There we go. Got it. Okay, so these either open at the top or at the sides. I did this one, but I goofed and one of them opens the wrong way. But this is the one that I'm doing is my little doodle art journal. I like these little books. I have to admit, I really like these little books. Hey, Belinda, nice to see you. So, yeah, I can then decorate tags and put them in and have little art tags. We'll see what happens. But I was saying that somebody asked me size scraps I save, and normally I would throw these out, but they were such interesting shapes. I decided that they would make lovely borders for a zine for this art project that I'm doing. And aside from that, we were just kind of talking storage. How do you store your little bits and pieces? I'm not a big fan of the bead containers because paper stuff falls underneath and they're hard to get out of the bead containers, I find, when you've got little bits. So we were grocery shopping this week and came across these lovely ice cube trays. And these ice cube trays have lids. So I figured that these would be nice to use because being an ice cube tray, nothing will slide under and it's easy to scoop out of compared to the bead bins, right? The square ones. The only thing is when the lid is on, there's gappage between, I can't tip this one. I'll show you with the other one because it's empty. But there's definite gappage between, like, so that if you were to tip it, everything would be all the. I don't like bead boxes, Joni or Beth. I really don't like the bead boxes because I find it really hard to get stuff out of the squares and stuff slides underneath. I do store tiny scraps, but that's because of my collage, Joni, right? When I'm doing this kind of collage work, when I cut the flowers, I usually cut 8 or 16. So I don't use them all on one collage. So then I don't want to throw out the rest, right? And I was just saying that normally I would throw this really thin strip of paper out. But because I'm doing this is going to be all little floral collages, I'm going to use this red and it's going to be the tall background grassy stuff out of. Thank you, Beth. So I do keep really small scrap. I use them. And then, so we were talking about those bead boxes, and then I showed the ladies this lovely thing. I'm sure that I had showed you guys before. Bought this at the dollar store. And what it is each container is like a little Tic Tac box. And you can take the lids right out. So this is perfect for a lot of my real small stuff as well. So what I've started storing in them is like my ransom letters, my little ransom letters. So yeah, I do keep small scrap. I really do. I admit it. I admit it. But this is, I love this little container. So I have a label maker, so I'm going to label them all, A to Z. And yeah. So this will be really handy if I'm traveling. Then I've got lots of little bits to play with. You know what? This is from the Great Canadian Dollar Store. I don't know who they're affiliated with. I'm thinking it's probably one of the grocery stores because we've got the Great Canadian Superstore, which is a grocery chain. But I mean, this was more like $6, but still for $6, those are wonderful. And originally we figured that Ron would use it for all his little bits because he's doing electronics with the computer. So, but it holds a lot, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 across and 16 by 4. It is a great case. But really, 16 by 4, that's a nice little bit of bits. I could probably pick up a couple for you if you wanted. I can't remember what it was labeled as. It was not in the craft section. It was in the hardware section. Yeah, tic-tac boxes for that. Exactly. I just thought that it was perfect because, it was all in one little case. The hinges on the case aren't great because they're just plastic, but yeah, the section helps. Yeah, no, it was in the hardware section and yeah, it's the boy aisle. Not necessarily. I pick up a lot of stuff there too to play with. Oh, here we go. Come on. Let's sharpen up a little bit. That's where I got this glue as well. Was it that real Canadian dollar store? Haven't seen it in the other dollar stores. Yeah, your favorite aisle. The other place I really like shopping is Princess Auto. They have lots of lovely tools and toys. Yes, we have only one in Winnipeg, and they've turned it into a co-op, but they still have, you can go in and you can buy like 6 screws if you need 6 screws, right? It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I really don't have too much else to show you guys today. It was these and the difference between these and these. Um, saving scraps. Like I say, I would have thrown these out, but I loved the shape of them. Okay. Yeah. That's the best way to go. So I'm going to call it a day. I have company coming for supper today. Yay. And I want to put on a stew. So thanks very much, guys. I will see you on Tuesday. Tuesday, we're working on journal cards. So you need something with a reasonably stiffer backing. Well, you don't have to, but it helps. Bits, pieces, die cuts, glue, scissors, this stuff. Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks, everybody in the balcony and anybody replaying. This is a very short one today. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I'm going to be on Dana's channel tomorrow night. We are doing journaling by fives, right? Is it journaling by fives? So we've got 12 minutes to do 10 pages. And on each page, we have to do 5 things. So it's collage, paint, stamps or stencils. Oh, I lost it. Collage, paint, stamps or stencils. I'm missing the other 2, Dana. 6:30, that's Eastern, right? Dana, can you pop your channel link in, please, hun? And Beth, pop your channel in. Joni, you too. Okay. Collage, paint, stamps, stencils, and doodles. Oh, it's going to be a blast. But you have very little time to do it in. 10 pages in 12 minutes, I think. Yeah. I don't have any company coming for supper tomorrow, so all's good. All right. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I have to find a journal to play that in. Pressure, pressure, pressure. You know what? I can do that. I like that. I really do like that. I've done some speed painting things. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to run. Hugs to you all. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I will see you here Tuesday, 12:45. As I say, we're doing journal cards. And hopefully, please come and watch us play on Dana's channel. And of course, it's going to be Dana and Beth and Becca. So it's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Have a lovely day, guys. See you soon. Bye. Hugs, hugs, yes. Oh, look, I've lost my cursor again. This is just, those long Canadian goodbyes. See you, everyone. Bye.